We're gonna have a rock and roll party tonight. Here we go.
All right, greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography. I'm your host, Jason. My other host is Tim.
Hi.
And
Greetings.
Bill. Give them a thumbs up down below. That was so fucking cheesy. I'm proud I came up with that one. All right, we are talking Propagandhi. This was my pick. Every week we rotate out who picks what, and I picked Propagandhi. Last week, Bill picked Nickelback, and next week, Tim picked Ghost. And then it's...
What week will you get involved in?
Yeah.
Let us know down below at the Patreon and in Discord, and throw some artists at us.
Yeah, give us an artist. Come on the show. If you like the Chili Peppers, definitely hit us up. All right. I doubt anybody watching this video, any Propagandhi fans, are not going to care for the Chili Peppers, but...
You know what? Hit us up. We need people who don't like them, too.
We are taking people that don't like them, too. It's kind of more of those at the moment than the good ones, so... All right. Today's Empires, tomorrow's Ashes. Tim, why don't you start us off on this? Well, you started us off on the first one, didn't you?
Yeah, I could start us again, though.
Okay.
Yeah, this is we're just continuing the trend here. I think that overall, this one, it just, it takes everything that Less Talk More Rock did and turns it up another 2 or 3. And you get a lot of, it's not necessarily, the growth in this band is pretty subtle, actually, because overall, they're maintaining a sound. But yeah, the songs are getting a little longer in structure. Musically, it's really starting to evolve into a sound, I think, that's more their own than, say, the Fat Record sound.
That's another thing we got to mention is this is the first Todd record on bass. And
sure, yeah. Yeah, new bass player. So there's a little bit of a different flavor here. And I think it's pretty good. Highlights for me on this album, like, I need more time with the album. So this is really still just my first impression of it. But right off the bat, Fuck the Border. Back to the Motor League, With Friends Like These, Who the Fuck Needs COINTELPRO, Ordinary People Do Fucked Up Things When Fucked Up Things Become Ordinary, Ladies Night in Loserville, Ego Fum Papa, and Bullshit Politicians are all, like, pretty good songs, top song contenders. This album just is hitting you one after another with just awesome stuff. And yeah, a lot to unpack here. But the beauty of that is that I want to unpack it. Like, yeah, I've only been able to listen to this album, like 1.5 times so far. And I definitely am going to add a 0 to that,
Yeah. I was a day one buyer on this one. And holy shit, talk about a hell of an opening track. It roughly translates to Life or Death Independence in East Timor. It's about Bela Gallos. It's fucking so good. Fuck the Border, we get our first Todd song. It's a banger. I stand not by any country, but by people of the whole fucking world. No fences, no borders, free movement for all. Still fucking relevant today for some stupid reason. Today's Empires, tomorrow's Ashes, top song contender. This album got me to read some shit. Mamiya. Back to the Motor League, another top song contender. I mean, you get Dead Kennedys references, and you get some shit talking about some crappy 90s bands all in the same breath. But what have we here? 15 years later, it still reeks of swill and chicken shit conformist. Fist in the air like father, like son. Rebels bloated on corn, M&Ms, and biscuits. So fucking good.
Go back and watch our oh God, Never mind. I blank. I just we did the Dead Kennedys. Yeah, we did the Dead Kennedys.
Yeah, we
Watch
did
that
do the
one.
Dead Kennedys. Natural disasters, just your standard calling out the holier than thou hypocrites. When your parents left the house, we'd creep up to their room, to their drawer beside the bed. We would pull out the shining dildo, one side dick, the other side Jesus. Oh my god. With friends like these, who the fuck needs COINTELPRO? This album challenged me. The first two albums were all thoughts and ideals that I had had in my life up to that point. But today's Empires challenged me to do research and read, and the lyric book contained a list of some good shit to start with. I wanted to know what the fuck COINTELPRO was. I found my answer in the People's History of the United States. And the song's a fucking banger, too. Albright Monument, I'm sure someone in the comments below will correct me on this, but I think this one is how America keeps fucking with other countries we have no business fucking with, all for some
And this
economic bullshit.
predates us absolutely going into that very country mentioned.
Yep, it does predate it. Predates American Idiot, War on Terrorism. Ordinary people do fucked up things. Another Todd banger. This one shows how well Chris and Todd's vocals work in a completely different way than John and Chris's did. Still just as good. Ladies' Night in Loserville, top song contender. The greatest feminist song ever written by a dude. Seriously, go fucking listen to it. I knew so many assholes described in that song. I'm the Pope, Everyone Should Be Accepted, King Diamond, Todd's Mom, Fallen Angels, The Decimated Cultures, The Kid in the Corner with Sweatpants. What a song. New Homes for Idle Hands, my favorite Todd song on the album. He gets better later, but this is a top song contender. Bullshit Politicians should be played every election year. March of the Crabs is so damn good. Now we're starting to get to like the good to great Propagandhi closing tracks. Purina Hall of Fame is the best one so far. This is like the perfect bridge album into what's to come. It gives you a little taste of what's to come. But it still feels like a fat-ish record at times. But I'll get into that with the rankings.
Yeah, they're definitely kind of moving beyond the standard Fat sound at this point. And I know Fat is about to really jump on the Rock Against Bush and all that good stuff that's about to become very important in this decade.
3 years later.
Yeah, Propagandhi is absolutely like right on point with that.
And Propagandhi wasn't on the Rock Against Bush comp, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we will.
We'll get to that.
So,
we'll get into the Fat Mike Propagandhi incident. All right, Bill, what'd you think of today's Empires, tomorrow's Ashes?
Right, so this one, it combined elements of the first two albums. From the standpoint of, you didn't have all the talking you had in the last album. You had music played the whole way through, like you did in the first one. But you had where it was focusing on a lot of issues that were brought up in the first two and then expounded upon for here. And the lyrics, let's see, because lyrics in the last album were exceptionally impactful. This one, I feel like, was on par with the impactfulness and the relativeness of the lyrics. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the voice as much on this album.
The Todd voice or the
Todd voice, yeah. He's the one that did "Fuck the Border," right?
Yeah, that's Todd.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, I've mentioned it before. I'm not a super big fan of like screaming lyrics. Like, I feel like there's a better way musically, even in punk, to sing and portray your lyrics rather than just screaming them into the mic. Now, there's times, absolutely, where you would scream, maybe a line or two, or maybe even a whole verse. but to do the extent of like a couple of these songs, the other one was, it wasn't Baghdad, was it?
Fuck.
Not.
Ordinary people do fucked up things when fucked up.
That's what it was. Yep. And like it. The lyrics phenomenal. The music also very good. But the actual conveying of the lyrics themselves, I wasn't as big a fan of, even though I feel like everything else took a step up, relatively speaking.
I mean, it is jarring, especially for somebody who knew Propagandhi before this record, to like be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what the fuck? I'm used to anchorless, boat out on, you know.
Well, but I mean that was a softer rock, but no, absolutely, like, but it was.
But I love me some Todd, dude. He gets better and better as they go on.
And absolutely, I mean, but I feel like this one was, I want to say him finding his voice, but like he was searching for it, and I don't think he found it on this record.
Okay.
That is my biggest negative to say about this album, though. Say all these songs I actually loved the lyrics, and I felt instrumentally. Granted, I really didn't focus on the bass at all, which was what changed. But I feel like the drums and guitar definitely improved from album to album here. I don't know. This is one. The first listen through, I wasn't a big fan of. But then when I went for the second and third time, I liked it more.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I fucking love this record, but I'm biased, so. It is a jarring record coming from the previous two. Not as jarring as what's coming next, but...
Oh, the next one is a slap in the face.
Yeah, the next one...
And you say thank you.
I was...
Please, sir, can I have another?
We'll get to that one. But that was a very weird... 2006 was a weird year in music. Like, Thrice got softer. Propagandhi did fucking that. It was a weird year. Oh, it's my turn to fucking guess, isn't it? I'm going to say Tim's got it number 1.
You know, that's going to be incorrect.
Number 2.
That would be correct.
Ooh. I'm going to say Bill's got it number 3.
Was talking better than screaming?
It was like a fist in the face, 92.
You know what? You're right. Yep, it would be number 3.
Okay, well, we have divided already. Because it's my number 1.
Holy shit. Do none of us have any albums that line up after 3?
Nope.
Well, that's a first.
Color code will tell all.
Yeah.
Oh, it will.
This one, like I said, the first two, it was, fuck religion, but this one, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is this? Holy shit. I had to, like, go fucking buy some books and read. So, for that alone, plus
Bummer.
Todd's a fucking, his bass playing, it gets better. He gets better and better. But, yeah, I fucking love that record. And, I mean, I spin it. If I'm going to reach for a fat wreck, I know I said it on the last video, but I'd reach for Today's Empires over How to Clean Everything most of the time. All right, stick around. Up next is Potemkin City Limits, which is an amazing album title and reference, but we'll get to that one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What's your favorite Propagandhi record? And be safe. Make good decisions.
Trends are fierce, but silent. Free translation, she slurs. How much more bullshit you got left? Cause you've been